I say for walking out on us? Oh, or am I losing touch? Too many games, now all our chips are lost. Oh, luck was not enough. I opened my eyes. Tonight I feel like waking to life. Tonight I feel like waking up. Tonight I feel like waking
Hello everybody, welcome to a new video of JMSpeedshop. We're back at Los Leon Nuvelstijn. We've got a very nice first generation Audi Q7. I think this is a pretty interesting one to show you how that also works with road tax in Holland. Because this is, has grey car papers with it. So what does it mean? That you don't have a back seat. You have got a very big storage space. So I will show you that in a minute. And that saves you a lot of road tax, and in Holland road tax is very expensive. So this particular car is a 2007 4.2 liter TDI V8 Audi Q7, so it's the first generation. So it's called the 4L, and so I'm going to show you around the car and show you all the details of this particular model. And I'm going to do a little test drive, because these particular cars are still impressively fast, also when they weigh a lot. So 2007 Q7, very nice color combination I think. Standard these particular cars come on 20-inch wheels. This particular car has is a Pro Line package and 21-inch wheels. Very nice, big car. Here you also got S-line interior. S-line interior. Everything is in here, navigation. Also got the NMI sound system in it, 11 CD changer in it. So 6-speed automatic transmission. Also, of course, it's also quattro. Fully adjustable seats. With memory in the doors, of course. Electrical windows. Everything is just electrical. Also the rear boot. The tailgate is also electrical. And you can see here that there's a little bit like a wall in between. You can see it's like a van now. So very big boot space. So tailgate is electrical. Normally when you got rear seats in this car you have 775 liters of boot space. And in this particular car you now have, normally when you fold down the rear seats, so like it is now in this position, you got 2035 liters, so pretty big. So it's also electrical closing. So a normal driving position like this, it's 16.5 centimeters raised from the floor. You can raise that till 18.5 centimeters in off-road condition. And there's also a lift modus, you can lift it up to 24 centimeters. So it's also an adaptive air suspension. So it's all pretty luxurious. So let's show you the engine. What I think the most beautiful thing of this car is the very big nose. It's just really massive. So 4.2 liter TDI V8. It's a twin turbo, so it got a turbo on each side of the cylinder bank. I think you can see it, but it's down there. So what this particular car delivers 326 horsepower and 760 Newton meters of torque in standard condition. So this if you remap these particular cars, the torque delivery is going up really high. So and this particular model is still a pretty fast car. So let's do a test drive. So let's have a test drive. This Audi Q7. Sounds quiet. So lights on. So very nice big car. It's really like, when I see these particular cars on the road, I really think, yeah, that's just a massive SUV. So this particular model is the first generation, like I said, the 4L. It's built on the PL71 chassis, Volkswagen PL71 chassis. So what does it mean is that this is the same chassis and construction base as the Audi Touareg and the Volkswagen, the Porsche Cayenne. They were all built on the same ground. So they are also the wheelbase and that sort of stuff is everything is the same. So this particular car is a 5 meter long car. It's 2 meters wide and 1 meter 77 high. So it's a really big car. So you can see it as a station wagon on height. So I think it's a very. If you look also to the pricing between this particular model and the Volkswagen's Touaregs, these cars are a little bit priced a little bit higher. But I think it's also because it's better looking, in my opinion, than a Touareg. So it got air suspension, automatically air suspension. So you got a little bit. You got about 5 modes. You got lift, then you lift it up to 24 centimeters off the ground, and you also got off-road. That's for then you go to 18.5 centimeters forward. And you got a mode for normal driving like this, a 16.4 is comfort. Then you got automatic. Then it just to what it is you're thinking that you need. And you got dynamic, so then it's hardened out. So that's only you can only adjust it when you are in sport mode. So there's just an S connection on the, and then you can just roll it down to dynamic. So now it will also lower a little bit. I don't know how much it lowers, but it's lower than 16.5 centimeters. And it's going to be a more drivable car. So more about this grey license or grijs kenteken for the Dutch viewers. What does this mean? Normally this particular car, it's a 4.2 liter TDI and it weighs 2420 kilos empty. So in Holland you pay road tax that has matter with 2 things. That's the fuel you're using and the weight of the car. So a diesel is just most of the times almost twice to say 60% to 100% more expensive than a petrol car, the diesel. So this particular car you pay in every 3 months, when it's not a grey license car, you pay 760 euros every 3 months on road tax for only having this car sitting and you can drive it. So there's no fuel and no insurance with it. If you drive this car as a business car, like the owner Jan Los does, and you have no back seat, so it's a grey licensed car, so it's like a minivan, you can see it like that, just to load in your stuff, then you pay only 150 euros for 3 months. So it saves you, it's just a quarter of the price. So that's why it's really interesting to do that, and otherwise it's not affordable to do that. So this particular model is a very comfortable car, but yeah, you can see if you want to drive this car like I think that it used to be, like a family car with a big back seat and a big space, it's almost not affordable for everybody. Yeah, you have to pay petrol, you have to buy a petrol car, of course, then maybe it's affordable, but yeah. So the performance of this particular car is also still pretty impressive when you look to the weight of this particular car. So it delivers 326 horsepower at 3,750 RPMs. So the torque delivery is, I think that's the most important with the TDI. It's between 1800 and 2500 RPMs. So I think that's the range you are the most in when you're driving. You get 760 Newton meters of torque. So and this particular car is still doing an acceleration from 0 to 100 in 6.4 seconds. But I think it's pretty impressive, I think. So we're going to do an acceleration test in in a few minutes. So torque split delivery is 60% to the rear and 40% to the front, and that can vary in about I thought between 35 and 65% to 65% in the front, I thought. So it depends on how much torque delivery you want. And also the differentials can completely lock up, so you don't have wheel spin when you are in rough terrain and that sort of stuff. So oh, it's a 6-speed automatic transmission. It shifts very nice. Yeah, it's a really nice car. It drives good, it's nice and quiet. Of course, it's 4-wheel drive. You got also standard in the V8 models. You got full automatic zone air conditioning. So that means it's separate. So you got the separate air conditioning for the passenger and for the driver. That was also in the back, but in this car there's not a need for that, of course. But it was all separate. So so I think we should do an acceleration test in this Q7. So I got air conditioning switched off. Traditional tool, I don't know. I think it's needed in this particular car because the wheels are that wide. It's just impressive, I think. So I put the transmission in S, so I can put the car in dynamic mode. You can see it's lowering now. The light here, and it's now lowering. So yeah. Acceleration should be possible in 6.4 seconds from 0 to 100, so let's see what she can do. So that's pretty smooth, I think. Pretty impressive. You can feel that the suspension is more harder than in dynamic mode. So when I put it back in comfort, it will raise the car again. Yeah, that's pretty impressive, I think. So I hope you like this video about this first generation Q7. I will put the suspension mode back to comfort, transmission in normal drive, so it's more smooth. I think it's a really nice car. I didn't expect it that it was this fast for a car that weighs 2400 kilos. It's just really impressive. The only thing what I think is, yeah, it's I think a positive thing for the car, but not as positive for your driver's license, is that you drive everywhere too fast. But you cannot see that you're already driving this fast. So yeah, I think it's a very nice car. And yeah, for people who always also have a company, I think a grey license of grey papers for your car it saves you a lot of road tax. I think it's just I think it's a really bad thing that we have this much road tax. Otherwise, I had already a car like this, I think. So I hope you liked the video. Have a look below the video for more information about this particular model, and also a link to the website of Los Leon Nuvelstijn. This particular car is not for sale on the website, but I think if you give him enough money, you will sell it, I think. Have a look there. We specialize in Audis, Volkswagens, Skodas, Porsches. So have a look there on this website, and in the right corner you can click on the right corner for you. This is my logo. You can click on it. You go to my main page and see all the other reviews I've already done and projects. So hope you liked it, and give the thumbs up if you liked the video, and see you next time. Bye bye.